What's good, YouTube fam? This is your boy SRT Cooley coming to bring you another quick video. This video is going to be mostly about what I dislike about my Jeep SRT, top 5 things. So not to make it too long, last video I did the top 5 things that I do like, and these are going to be the top 5 things I dislike. To start it off, the number one thing that I do dislike about the Jeep SRT when I first bought it, automatically, not knowing about the 392 6.4 liter engine, is that this thing is really quiet from the factory. It is absolutely quiet. The guy who had this truck before was a surgeon, and he did nothing to this Jeep. Nothing at all. He just drove it to work and back. Pretty sure, because he had like a Ferrari or something, but he just uses it as a daily driver. So I noticed that it was very, very quiet compared to my Mustang. My Mustang from factory, I mean, it had a decent enough exhaust. It was pretty decent sounding. But this from factory was very, very quiet. Like the Mustang, I waited for like, I think about 6 to 7 months before I did my exhaust. On this, it was like a month and a half. It was very, very quick. I had to get the exhaust did. Shout out to Kenny's Muffler Shop in Fort Worth that did my exhaust for him. Great work. But that's my number one issue that I had. The reason I had to get the exhaust did. My second thing that I do have an issue with on this Jeep, and I will compare this to like my Audi, is going to be the tinted windows. Like the windows on this thing are not basically tinted at all. You know, at least an SUV most times comes with the back windows tinted. None of the windows on this vehicle are tinted. Like I'm gonna have to take it to a shop because I stay in Texas. It's very hot. I'm going to have to get this thing tinted as soon as possible because I have a 1-year-old and she gets hot. So getting this tinted as soon as possible is numero uno. That is my main thing, because the Audi stays very, very cool compared to this, where I have to have the air conditioner blasting. And you know, being a car guy, y'all know how it is. You don't want to have the air conditioner on all the fucking time. You like to drive around with your windows down, and I'm not able to do that when my daughter's in the car. I have to really have the air conditioner on for her so she doesn't get too hot. My number 3 thing about the Jeep SRT is going to be overall craftsmanship. The overall craftsmanship of the Jeep as far as body lining. Now, once again, comparing this to an Audi, the body lines are very, very spot on. It is a German luxury car, and the body lining is very, very spot on. You can tell with the Jeep that some parts of it are off. You can tell that some parts are off, like the front bumper to the fender, and the tail lights on the trunk versus the tail lights on the actual body. They are probably like 2 inches misaligned. An owner of the truck can realize it, but somebody who's just, you know, enthused or looking at the truck thinks it's perfect. But me as the owner, I can tell these little things on this truck. So that's one of my, that's going to be my number 3 thing, because that's very major to me, body lining, how things align. You know, you want your vehicle to be very spot on. Now, when I get my 17 bumper, that should basically fix that issue, because the shop that I'm going to get to do it or whatever, they're very great at doing body alignment, so they're going to have it very, very aligned. They're going to make sure it's straight on. But I do say that I noticed that some parts of this truck, body alignments are off just a tad. You won't be able to tell it if you're not an actual owner or you're just looking at it, but I can tell it looking at it every single day. I literally look at this truck every single day. My 4th thing I will say is going to be an issue I had when I first got the truck. Now, mind you, this is a disclaimer. This is when I got the truck after, you know, it already having miles and stuff on it and things like that. So being driven, this probably was just going out because I'm the second owner of it. It only had one other owner. But I had to actually do the fan for the air conditioner. The fan for the air conditioner went out probably like a month after having this truck. The air conditioner fan went out. Took it to Dodge. They stated it was going to run me total job $700-800 a do. I was like, hell no, I'm not paying that. So I went and found the motor myself. Got it for $94 at AutoZone. If you need that part number, if you ever need this motor, just, you know, leave a comment below. But I got it and I did it myself. It's a very easy fix because the motor is literally The fan motor is literally under the glove compartment box, and you just have to unscrew it and remove it and put the other one in. It's pretty much plug and play. In regards to just removing like 3 screws, you know, you gotta wiggle it out a little bit and then pull it out, and that's it. And then you put the new motor in. So that was my number 4 thing, was that me having to do that. I can say that that's pretty much biased only to me, because I don't know if other people had that issue. This is with me buying a used JEEP SRT. Pretty sure brand new is not coming with that issue, but I noticed that some people have had this fan issue before from videos I've seen online. And my last thing I want to bring up about the Jeep is going to be basically the interior upholstery or whatever. The interior upholstery on the truck has started to come up in some places. Very, very minimal. You won't be able to tell it, but like I said again, I'm driving the truck so I can tell it. I did not have the carbon fiber layover issue like everybody else has. I'm guessing the guy who had it before me, he had this redid because it looks pretty new. The carbon fiber inside the Jeep looks very, very new, so I'm guessing he had it redid. But for me, part of the upholstery is coming up on like my passenger side door. I haven't seen it on my driver's side door. I'm looking out for, but I noticed a little bit on my passenger side door. And that's something I can do as far as getting it laid back down. It's all about, you know, DIYs and if you can do it yourself. Otherwise, I can take it to a shop and have them just redo the whole door, you know. But I think it's something I can do because it's not really coming up that bad. I can get that to lay back down and hold in place. But that's something else besides, you know, the first thing. I really think that the upholstery could have been did just a little bit better, because I do see like the stitching's on point, but you can tell at some points where at the end of the day, this is a Dodge, this is a American car, so you can tell that there are some miscues, unlike the Audi. And it's hard to go from driving the Audi to driving this, because the Audi has everything perfected on it. Everything's perfected on that car. Everything's perfected on it. And going from having a Mustang to having Audis, you know, it was mind-blowing how different it was having an actual German car versus having an American car. So when I got the German car, I loved it at first, but I know I had to have another V8. And when I got this, I went right back to understanding and knowing that the craftsmanship is very, very different from an American-made car to a German luxury car. That's one of the main things. So as far as like those top 5 things, those as going in regards to the upholstery, the body liners, those are big things that I was able to make a differential, you know, idea of from owning the Audi. It's pretty much night and day. It's pretty much not, even with the leather is even night and day. Like the leather in the Audi is a very tough leather. Unlike the Jeep, is more of a soft leather. Like you can damage the leather in these in the Dodge cars. In the SRTs, you can damage that leather. It can be damaged. Unlike the Audi, is a very tough leather. It's really hard to damage that. It will take some time for you to actually damage that. It will have to be a lot of wear and tear to actually damage that. But these are the only things I can think of. I really don't have any other issues with the truck. I mean, the truck is amazing. Even with it having the amount of miles on it, it's an amazing truck to drive. I haven't had any issues engine-wise, exhaust-wise, suspension-wise. I'm not seeing anything internal with the engine. I'm not hearing any knocking, anything. I haven't heard anything. The 6.4, it is a great engine. I mean, it as a lot of people told me, it can roll with the punches. Like I've been pushing the Jeep, you know, actually doing the launch on the Jeep and all that different things, just testing it out since I bought it, and it handles phenomenally. It's an amazing vehicle. Just like I stated in my last video, I will probably always have a JEEP SRT. That is one thing I will say about myself. I will try to keep one of these trucks at all times. But that's gonna be it for the things that I dislike about the truck. If I come up with anything else I dislike, or something pops up, I'm gonna do a video and be like, okay, so I hate this now. But as of right now, these are the only things I dislike about my JEEP SRT. So please go like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Go check out my other videos, especially the one about the things that I like about my JEEP SRT. And this is going to be the end of this video because your boy's pulling back up at the house. So y'all have a good weekend.